Media auction FOMO. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, I'm Florian Heiser, and welcome to another episode of Heiser Says. Got my morning stein of coffee, and I thought we'd all have a coffee and start the day with this article from the Daily Telegraph, shared by realestate.com.au, of course. Sydney home auctions. Panicked buyers pay big money to snap up homes before Christmas. They're rushing to get in before Christmas, guys. Now, before we go through this article, I just want to draw attention to a piece I've written on my blog. And this is drawing upon data from Fresh Canvas that they gave us, where I pretty much have evidence now that these auction clearance rates are fake. I've looked at it several times in the past. It just doesn't make sense, the methodology that they're using. And I go through here and explain the different, their definitions for things. And essentially, you can even download the data and see the difference. What they're doing is they are not providing the addresses, so we can't confirm. They are considering, say if you've only got half the people give results in for their auctions, they're just saying what that result is will continue all the way through. Now, real estate agents, they're a social, gregarious personality. They're salespeople. They have to be. Do you think they're going to report it when they're failed? So there's actually an inherent bias for over-reporting of successful results. And it is bigger than you think. Have a look at this article. Please share it with your friends and family. Download the Excel files and look at the data for yourself. You can get them all here. All here, guys. So I just wanted to draw that to your attention when we read this piece, because I think more and more it's just media-driven FOMO. I mean, are people falling for this? I think it's a combination of media, and then you've got your family and your friends telling you now's a good time to buy. It's always a good time to buy. You've got all the family members that have made great money, boomers that have made great money in the real estate boom with a different economy, a different world. And, let's say maybe some people who made good money with foreign investment shooting up, thinking it will continue on. And here's the thing. We may be having just a dead cat bounce, and it may slide back off again. Maybe it's not the best time to buy, or maybe it'll just keep going for another 5 years, and then it'll crash again. Does it matter? How much is rent compared to buying at the moment? Nonetheless, let me know your opinions in the comments, guys. So Sydney's auction market turned into a pressure cooker for buyers Saturday as home seekers scrambled to secure properties before the Christmas holidays. Now, we will just jump back over here and have a look at the auction clearance rates. 76% in Sydney. But look at that confirmed results. Only 469 out of 757 auctions. And we'll just bring up my calculator and do some sums here. What do you reckon? What's that? We'll do what? 757 divided by 469. So you go 1.6. 469 divided by 757. 60%. 60% bragging rate, guys. So nearly 500 properties went under the hammer, representing one of the last chances for buyers to snare a home this summer. Most agents won't resume sales until January. That's interesting. Why they're saying 500 auctions here, and this article was written on the 13th. So unless they are referring to the data from the September 7th, okay, maybe they are, but it's 584. So this seems to... Well, it doesn't really matter, does it? What numbers they tell us? The closing window of opportunity for buyers helped vendors secure big wins under the hammer. So this is, do people seriously want to get a home before the Christmas holiday, rush and get in? I guess maybe it's nice to start the new year moving into a house. We did that, but would you make a drastic decision, or do people just have enough money that a couple $100,000 here or there above reserve doesn't really matter? A 3-bedroom townhouse on Hume Street in lower North Shore suburbs of Wollstonecraft sold at auction for $1.8 million after going on the market with a price guide of 1.5 to 1.6. Okay, this isn't normal, guys. This isn't the normal part of the market. This doesn't represent normal buyers, at least I hope it doesn't. If this is normal, $1.8 million for a 3-bedroom townhouse for the average person to buy, then I am so far removed from the average, it is funny. This was about 250 over the seller's reserve and more than $1 million above the price they paid for the property in 2006. Sales records showed. There you go. 11 bidders registered for the auction, with Rain and Horn, HM Group agent David Hill, and Hugh McFarlane. Mr. Hill said the well-located but otherwise unremarkable home attracted considerable interest in the lead up to the auction. More than 200 groups of buyers came through the property and 43 requested contracts of sale. A crowd of about 50 people attended the auction. There are not many townhouses in the area. Most of the properties are units, but there's also isn't much stock at all, so we're getting a lot of buyers coming through. So here you have probably people that have the capacity to easily take advantage of the insanely low rate. I mean, look at the people here. You're getting quite a mix. I mean, how many of them are foreign buyers, or how many of them are agents acting for foreign buyers? Auctioneer Jake Downs received an opening bid of $1.3 million, with the offers going up in initial increases of $50,000. 9 of the registered bidders submitted offers, with one attempting a knockout increase of $70,000, but it failed to discourage the other bidders. I would have thought that bid would have won it, but the auction just kept going. It's a real reflection of the market right now, Mr. Downs said. No, it's a reflection of that property in that street. You can try various different strategies, but when so many people register, the winner will be the one with the most to spend. On nearby Wollstonecraft Street, Milner Crescent, a 4-bedroom house sold under the hammer for $2.855 million. The property was marketed with a guide of $2.6 million, with Bell Property, Neutral Bay, agent Tom Scarpingano. I butchered that, sorry mate. In a nearby Riverview, a 3-bedroom house on Floatman Avenue sold for $2 million after going to market with a $1.7 million guide. See, this is all generating media FOMO. These are not normal prices. This is what we're seeing. We're seeing the upper quartile of the property market is heating up. It is heating up. It is where the growth is happening. The bottom quartile, we're getting no growth, and the middle 2 quartiles, they're going down. So this is all what we're seeing here, and the media is just latching on this to pump it up. We're getting fake auction clearance rates results. You're getting media pumping up the only aspect of the market that they can. What do you think is going to happen? Is this going to continue through to the rest of the market? Sydney's lower North Shore have been one of the strongest auction markets since the federal election. Weekly auction clearance rates have hovered around 80% mark for much of the period, and last week 82% of auctions cleared. A similar portion of sales were expected to be a success this week. With time running out before the real estate industry goes into hibernation for Christmas in January, many vendors in Sydney's east pushed through midweek auctions with great success. A 2-bedroom unit on Vicar Street in Coogee sold under the hammer Wednesday night at a packed-out auction house on Double Bay for $1.12 million. A 2-bedroom unit for $1.1 million. I guess it has to be the location. It definitely wouldn't be the build cost. A 1-bedroom unit on Warners Avenue in Bondi Beach sold at the same event for $770,000. 1 bedroom, $770,000. But easily the biggest sale of the evening was the $5.2 million paid for a fixer-upper on Cambridge Ave. Doesn't look like much of a fixer-upper, does it? Looks like it needs a little bit of maintenance. So the buyer paid the bumper price, knowing they would have to spend about $1 million to restore the home to a modern standard. 3 buyers registered for the auction, with selling agent Gavin Rubenstein and Oliver Lavers, who quoted a guide of $5 million during the marketing campaign for the 5-bedroom property. On Saturday, a 1-bedroom unit in Goulburn Lane in Surrey Hills sold for $787,000 after attracting the interest of 4 registered bidders. Selling agent Mark Foe of Bell Property Surrey Hills said there was a lot of interest from first home buyers, but the homes were snapped up by an investor. Well, there you go. The opening bid was $1.3 million. 3 of the registered bidders submitted offers. So, guys, here we're seeing, I mean, this is just the upper end of the market. I would be shocked if a first home buyer was taking out a mortgage for $1 million to buy a place like this. I mean, you don't even have free, you're attached to another building. It's a townhouse, guys. Look at this stuff. It's just render. This is not a high-end construction. Not by any measure. You know, and then you've got, I mean, okay, that's a typical place. Still, that's pretty high. You're paying for the land. Here, okay, there's a bit of, I'd imagine, some heritage appeal to a property like this. Even just the windows there, getting those replaced would be pretty expensive. But this is just the upper end of the market. So I would say this piece is just designed to create some FOMO and to clamor onto whatever positive news they can about the real estate sector. Because we're getting so many other signs in the economy. What do you think, guys? Do you think this is going to keep jumping up? Do you think it will go on to next year? Let me know your opinions in the comments below. Please like, share and subscribe. If you're a fan of the channel and want to help us produce more, we have a Patreon where you can make a small monthly donation. We have affiliate links with Amazon and eBay where we receive a small commission that doesn't cost you anything every time you make a purchase. We already also have an affiliate relationship with Independent Reserve. If you want to buy crypto or trade cryptocurrency here in Australia, we receive a commission from every transaction you make. Great way for you to support the channel. And finally, we sell pocket squares from the Heiser Says blog. Guys, perfect for any New Year's Eve party. Take care, have a great day, and don't let the FOMO get you. Take care.